Should we get dressed up?
No, we're fine. Hey, we look fine. Don't worry.
Evergreen was very interesting because of the undertone. It had this menacing undertone that you would typically see in like a scary movie. I mean, first thought was this is a very evasive dinner conversation that's kind of coming out of nowhere. This drinking game reminded me a bit of what maybe this entry exam that immigrants have to go through, or 90-day visa recipients would have to go through to prove that they are actually in love with the person that they are marrying or trying to marry. And I didn't realize until the end what it all was, which is, it just was very clever. How her anxiety is technically, while she's waiting to go into the interview, is just playing out in this elaborate scary movie daydream that becomes very apparent towards the end. And I was just like, oh, how cool is that? There was also some really great cinematography moments that I just want to point out. The moment where she rolls off the bridge into the water, it was beautiful. And then she kind of submerges and then like is removed from the water and back to reality, back in the waiting room. I just thought that was a wonderful transition. The acting in this I thought was superb, actually, as well. Really strong performances from everyone. They really gave in that menacing, and I could feel her horror and her anxiety throughout the whole dinner conversation. It was short and sweet, but it really gave me this idea of this subconscious inner anxiety of waiting for this, almost like what you think the worst case scenario is going to be played out on screen. It was quite intriguing.
This film is called Evergreen. This was quite the intriguing short. I really like the pace and writing in this one. A couple is going through some form of immigration application, obviously with things to hide. I enjoyed their attempts to keep their story going. Such a well-done, awkward dinner party. The hosts were excellent too, so aggressive and accusing. Suitable, ominous soundtrack. I found the lead's running sequence in the woods and then falling in the water to be both disturbing and terrifying. Very effective and memorable. Well done. Evergreen. Check it out.
I really enjoyed this one. It was really strong storytelling, great direction, and they did a really good job at building up tension. There's this air of mystery there. We're not really sure where things are going to go, and it's just slowly fed to us in a really interesting way. And I thought the performances were really good, good dialogue, and really good direction too. So everyone involved should be really proud.
I really enjoyed Evergreen. I love the title being a little nod to the couple running through the forest at the end. I think this was kind of suspenseful and kind of awkward, and the pacing was really fun. I think the story, the premise of, this couple trying to keep their story straight while they're immigrating or trying to get some sort of pass or license or something, and having to go through that at a dinner party with some like really pressing hosts. It really ups the stakes. Like, will they keep their story straight? Like, what's going on? I think it was a really interesting premise, really something that draws the audience in. I think you do a great job of establishing everything. And then the characters, the writing in it was so dynamic. I think the pacing was really great and made the story fly by, which is sometimes the best case scenario. I just wish there was more of it. It was a really, really fun, interesting idea. Really great job.
This is for the short film Evergreen. This was really neat. I liked the plot, the point of view on marrying somebody from a different country and having to go through this interrogation and just naturally feeling guilty, even if it's legit, and seeing what's going on inside of her head, overthinking everything just because you're automatically feeling, just by going and doing this, that you're on the defensive or you're not legit, and having to prove yourself, and how it feels so intrusive. The great use of colors. Technically, I loved the cinematography and the colors and the different set design and the different locations. I thought was really good. Nice camera work. And I really liked the point of view and the plot. It's like somebody whoever wrote this may have already gone through this or knows somebody who did. Just, yeah, really liked it a lot. I think it was an interesting, unique idea, and loved being in her head in this fantasy land. So great job, everyone, and good acting as well. Nothing over the top, just really subtle, good stuff. Good job, and good luck.
Evergreen, I thought this was really, really fascinating. So parts of it, obviously, like the immigration conversations and interviews and everything like that, is something that's like been talked about and been done and been brought about in literature and movies and shows, things like that. But I thought this was such an interesting way to do it, with her basically, in my opinion, like having a full-blown panic attack like in the office, and like her imagination and mind just like absolutely running wild. And obviously it all got sparked from like seeing the man that like took note of her husband saying whatever he said to the guy that bumped into him, and kind of going from there and just spinning kind of more and more out of control as this kind of imagination, hallucination, daydream, panic, dream, whatever it was. And then when she finally does come all the way out of it and they're like getting called to go into the office, having the picture move, I thought was so great. I loved that little moment. I thought it was really, really well done. I loved the little detail of it. I really enjoyed this. I thought it was really interesting. I thought it was fun is not the correct word, but when it comes to like kind of suspenseful, more on the edge of suspenseful movies, I thought it was really great.